What's up, guys? Kevin Cage here with another XRP update. You're going to want to stick around for this one. So right here on New York Times, crypto's top venture capitalist is playing the long game. This is Katie Haun, a co-chair of Andreessen Horowitz, in their new $2.2 billion crypto fund. And guess what? They're betting that blockchain will be as big as the internet. Internet of information will welcome the internet of value. For those of you that do not know, Andreessen Horowitz is a massive fund that did in fact invest early on into Coinbase and the company Ripple. And this was shared by James Filan, so thank you, sir. Definite follow on Twitter. Filan Law keeps us up to date with all the XRP community information. Now let's check on her background. As we can see, currently a general partner over at Andreessen Horowitz. She also served on the board of directors of Coinbase, not a coincidence. She spent 11 years in the Department of Justice. Remember, I want to kindly remind you that the DOJ and FinCEN called XRP a virtual currency, not a security. You can also see her time at Stanford University Law School and also the US Supreme Court. So very interesting. These are the people and the caliber of people that believe in blockchain. And yet people still think cryptocurrency is not here to stay and has been around for 10 plus years thus far. When markets surpass, even certain assets surpass a small $1 billion market cap, they're typically here to stay. And we've broken over 1 trillion. Not to mention that Coinbase's IPO was one of the largest in history. Next up, I wanted to share this piece by Finextra. We can see a very popular RippleNet partner, SCB, Siam Commercial Bank, and it looks like they're tapping Thunes for cross-border payments. So SCB, I know we've talked about them numerous times on this channel, Thailand's first and oldest bank, and Thunes, a global leader in cross-border payments, announced a partnership to enable consumers and businesses overseas to send funds to Thailand faster, cheaper, and with higher transaction limits. Remember, their native currency is the Thai baht, and that is one of the on-demand liquidity corridors. We can see this can now reach over 16.4 million customers and all other bank account holders in Thailand. Welcome financial inclusion. And right when I posted this, as soon as I retweeted this, I actually scrolled down and found out that Moonchaser posted a beautiful picture for us as well for reference, so thank you. Moonchaser 2020, definite follow on Twitter. We can see under Ripple the financial institutions on RippleNet, besides Bank of America and American Express, Triangle with the 40% acquisition throughout cross-border payments, and SCB. One of the largest commercial banks in all of Thailand. And of course, we've already discussed the exciting news that's occurred with Lulu Exchange recently too. And Banco Rendimento out of Brazil. I could go on and on. And this website is fiatleak.com/XRP, and we can see the Thai bot right here. So when there's money moving through XRP as the medium of exchange, we can see and keep track of that money. Notice they also have the ZAR, the South African Rand, one of the BRICS nations. So just a few currency pairs and corridors that we have to keep a close eye on. Next up, we have FTSO.UK. What are F assets on the Flare network? So let's give a little breakdown. I really appreciate these infographics that they provide. So FTSO_UK, definite follow. Well, they trustlessly originated from and settled back to integrated networks. They're collateralized by the Spark token, which is one of the many reasons why Spark has such sound tokenomics and a very strong demand. They're facilitated by agents, which also get fees. They're incentivized by participation via fees. I guess I've already said that. And smart contracts for non-Turing complete chains. And this includes thus far XRP, Doge, XLM, and Litecoin, and even more are on the way. So feel free to pause the screen and read this really quick, and I'm excited to see more supported assets. Next up, Matthew Liny, the World Bank. Remember guys, we've shown back in 2018, they praised XRP and XRapid today, that is on-demand liquidity. The International Monetary Fund. The UN launched a retail, not wholesale, retail digital currency challenge to enhance financial inclusion. Below is a list of the full set of partners in this challenge. So we have the MAS, the Monetary Authority of Singapore. So remember, Singapore is one of the many countries that has determined XRP to not be a security. And they're quickly becoming a blockchain technology hub. In association with the IMF, the World Bank, and the UN have unveiled the Global CBDC Challenge for central bank digital currencies. This challenge is meant to promote the creation of innovative solutions that address payment inefficiencies. As you can see, it doesn't take a genius on why the World Bank would even praise XRapid back in the day, because it does just this. Here's the full set of partners in this challenge. So we have the Monetary Authority of Singapore, as I said, the Central Bank, the World Bank, IMF, UN, the OECD, who has named XRP numerous times, R3, the big money right there, and of course remember SBI, a huge shareholder of R3 and the company Ripple. And as we've heard Yoshitaka Kitao say, He would love to create synergy between these two groups. R3's Corda is agnostic, which means it can leverage any digital asset. It is not married to any one technology. It is very versatile. Hyperledger, Ripple is in fact an early member as well. And then Mojaloop, leveraging Interledger Protocol, which is created by Ripple, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation's involvement, and Konstantin Perich's involvement, and he's on the board right here. And FYI, he's the guy that architected SwiftNet. Here's a document back in 2019 of the OECD and their blockchain policy. And we can see some of the panelists included Liz, who is the VP of Global Tax and Chief Tax over at Ripple. We also had, during a deep dive, Brianne Madigan, Global Institutional Markets over at Ripple, and one of the best, Marjan Delatine, Global Head of Banking over at Ripple, and she was formerly working for Swift in charge of selling Swift GPI, which does not replace XRP. That is messaging. XRP solves the settlement issue. As we can see, Bank XRP sharing, Tom Emmer continues to push for clarity for virtual currency taxpayers. Now, Tom Emmer, I really support this guy. He has some great videos on YouTube available explaining in depth his view of blockchain technology, and he's one of the few representatives in all of the United States that is aware of what blockchain will do. I wish we had more forward thinkers like Tom in politics, and we have to do our part in having a voice in supporting those politicians that are well aware and supporting the adoption of blockchain technology. As we can see, Rep. Tom Emmer right here, and he's serving Minnesota's 6th district, by the way, goes on to say virtual currency and blockchain technology can expand access to credit for underserved and unbanked Americans. And it goes on beyond even America. Remember, unbanked and underbanked populations are nearly 3 trillion people, if not more. Those engaging with crypto should have the freedom to donate to causes they believe in, and our government should support charitable giving, not limit it. Today, he wrote a letter to the IRS commissioner asking him to streamline the tax structure surrounding crypto donations, so donors do not have to have their donation appraised, but rather can reference the easily accessible and verifiable Bitcoin exchange price. Next up, guys, I'm really excited to share this with you. So we are on CoinMarketCap.com. We can see a big old watch list that I have. I don't own all of these assets by any means, but I use these assets to get insight into future moves for other assets. And what I want to talk about specifically for those people that understand the narrative in the cryptocurrency market. If you've been here since at least 2017, 2018, you've experienced a real bull run, and you've experienced one full bear market, and you've even began to experience the beginning of another bullish cycle after the Bitcoin halving. So that's all good and great, but now I'm curious in the weeks ahead what the narrative will be regarding API 3. So I just want to highlight this really quick. Of course, API 3 on the website, api3.org, they are a behemoth. You can go to their homepage, and of course their investors are Digital Currency Group, which is the same investor, the epicenter of the cryptocurrency market that is invested into Ripple, Hedera Hashgraph, Ledger, Kraken, Coinbase, you name it. So very interesting. Of course, you can see their investors here. Just wanted to quickly highlight a variety of partners in the DAO and staking are set to go live shortly. We can see Pantera Capital, Emergo, one of the huge groups behind Cardano. We can see Placeholder and Digital Currency Group. And this asset is only around a 39 million market cap. So we're going to click on this guy right here. So about 39 million per CoinMarketCap at $2.82. Now, per their Telegram, they've even announced, yes, audits are underway and nearing finish. Now, once these revisions are done, they get the green light. The DAO and staking are set to go live. Well, what have I been talking about for a few weeks now since we've been bottoming out and since we've kind of been creating this wick? Let's look at the chart. What do we see? As I've shared, Constellation, and this is live on the far left, we've retraced all the way up to the 618 retracement at the very least. API 3 showing signs of life, at least cutting through and reaching these EMAs, whether it's the 8, the 21, and the 34. Well, Constellation seems like it's ahead of the pattern. Next up is API 3, and we'll see if XRP does and follow suit in the days and weeks ahead and starts getting up to these retracements over 80 cents yet again. So overall, guys, I'm seeing a lot of confirmation that many assets are beginning to awaken, not only assets under $100 million market caps, but also assets in the top 50, top 100. I'm talking tier 1, tier 2 tokens that are showing us signs of life, making it look like this is one giant algorithm. And then when you do combine the fundamentals in assets like DAG and API 3, I get really excited. So DAO and staking are set to go live. When they go live, yes, I expect plenty of demand for API 3, the token. We know Gemini did in fact open it up for custody. I expect future exchange listings as well. The RSI is raising up just as we saw, and I also don't want to act like a genius because this asset just crashed 85%, so I don't think it's that outlandish to see us retrace to these levels. And of course, I do wholeheartedly believe that API 3 crushes through these double-digit valuations in the future. And something else to consider that most people don't really look at is volume. Guys, API 3 is in the top 500, a small cap backed by Digital Currency Group, and has a volume of $15 million already, available on Huobi Global, KuCoin, Uniswap, Gate.io, Poloniex. It's on Gemini for custody, which leads me to believe that Gemini will list it in the future. And since Digital Currency Group backs API 3, could we see a future listing of API 3 on Coinbase, as well as Kraken? Things that make you wonder. So right here, $15 million, 24-hour volume, very impressive. Remember, API 3 was ranked in like the 460s per market cap on CoinMarketCap. Well, we're at rank 172 right now, and the volume is 4 million. And now take a look at other assets around its market capitalization in terms of volume. API 3 is winning. Just some food for thought. And last but not least, guys, I want to share some wise words from Dread Bongo. He is an early QNT investor, and he does a great job informing this community. Now, I wanted to share some wisdom in regards to taking profit. Taking profits from your investment is imperative, in my opinion. Yes, we all want maximum gains, but it's not all about the future. Think about the present. Plan levels and percentages you'd like to take small profits at, and treat yourself with those gains. You deserve it. And FYI, this gentleman also has a YouTube channel. Let him know that Kevin Cage sent you. Much love, guys. Be sure to like and sub, and I will catch you in the next one.